And now on to the grafting part of raising queens. This is the typical setup that I use. I've got a nice warm shed and I'll bring a frame of young larvae into here. I've got some extra lights. These I think it's 160 LEDs in each set, and they're powered by AAA batteries, so there's no power cables trailing everywhere with these. Yeah, I picked these up off eBay. I think they were about £40 for the two with the tripods. If you don't want to do that, these little LED torches they can get, they're quite bright, and it just helps you illuminate into the bottom of the cells. If your eyes are bad like mine, I normally wear 3s in reading glasses, but I've also got a set of 5s and 6s in reading glasses, because the larvae that you're actually going to graft, and we'll try and show you that today, I'll say try and just show you that today, into the cell cups is extremely small. It's minute. It's like a tiny comma that we're actually looking for. We're going to go out in a minute and I'm going to bring back a frame and then we're going to graft. As I say, it's nice and warm in here. The temperature at the moment in the shed is 23 degrees, which is plenty warm enough. The humidity, we're in Scotland, even though we're in the middle of a drought at the moment, the humidity is still 50–60% anywhere that you actually look at it. So they're not going to dry out, they're not going to get a chill, so you've got lots of time. There's no real rush to graft. I've grafted in this room before. I've grafted into the cell cups. I've got distracted because the phone's gone, and I've spoken on the phone for 30–40 minutes. I've come back, I've popped into the cell raiser hive, and all the cells have they've all been accepted. So there's no great rush, so don't be in a rush to do your grafting. Take your time, pick and choose which larvae that you're going to graft. When you do pick them up, lay them back down into the bottom of the cell cups. These are what we're using today, JZBZ or JZBZ cell cups, but you can quite easily just make your own. On a previous video we showed you about making your own beeswax cell cups. These are just convenient for me, to be quite honest, for the amount that we go through on a year. So I'm going to go get a frame of larvae, and then we'll come back and we'll do the grafting. So we've got the frame, we've set it on. This is an artist's portable easel, but you can quite easily knock something together just so you can get the angle of the frame right, so you can look directly down into the bottom of the cell. We've changed the angle of one of the lights, so that's now shining directly into the bottom of the cell. If you've got poor light, you're going to really struggle grafting. You need good light. If you need glasses, you need a good pair of glasses on to go down. Today we're going to use a Pure Sable 000 brush. We got these off eBay about £2.20, something like that. They come from the cake decoration section on eBay. And we're going to graft into each one of these cups, and as we graft along, what we're going to do with these is we're going to graft into one, move our finger along, and then we know which one we're going to graft into. We're going to graft dry. You can do wet grafting. That's where you normally do a 50–50 mix of royal jelly and distilled water, something like this. We're going to get a slight flicker maybe on the lens on the camera because we're using LED lights, because these will be on a completely different frequency. I'm just taking a wild guess at that, but I'm guessing we're going to get a flicker because of the frequency on the lights. But can't be helped, really sorry. But as I say, we're going to go along, we're going to graft 2 rows of 12, We're then going to put these into the cell bar holder that we've got and place them into the queenless hive, where we've just been through and we've done the setup for the cloak board. We'll do something fairly similar, but a much shorter video, when we actually do just use a queenless swarm box that we've set up as a 5-frame box. But we're going to graft, and I'll try. It's going to be a little bit awkward, but I'll try and show you the larvae. But excuse my back. Let's see how close we can get this. If it to focus. That's a larvae on the end of a 000 bush, and that's on the large side is this larvae. I've got to be honest. I think if I'd have got one at the size that I'd be looking for, I don't think we'd have picked it up on this lens. And we're using a Canon 24mm AFS lens with autofocus. Right, put that in the cup. And we're going to lay this down right in the bottom, in the middle, and we're going to try not to roll it, and that's it basically. When you're first doing grafting, start with a larger larvae and then work your way down till you get to a level where they're going to be accepted. If the larvae's too old, you'll pop it into your cell builder and you'll go in 24 hours later and they'll have cleaned out all the cells and they'll have removed the larvae from there, because as far as they're concerned they shouldn't be there. But work your way down, and it's practice. I've got to be honest, grafting it's a very easily learnt skill. It's nothing to be afraid of whatsoever, isn't grafting. It's just practice, and to be honest, I'd say from total beginner to fairly competent grafting, I think 2 hours practice, and I think most people would be fairly competent at it. I think a lot of people, they'll pick it up within 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's not hard, it just sounds daunting when you're doing it. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and get these grafted. So that's us grafted now. So we've grafted 24 cells, and what you do when you put them into the cell bars, you want to turn your cell bar the other way around so that the bottoms of the cups are facing upwards, and when you go to put it in the hive, you want to gently turn it so it goes into the hive. You don't want to dislodge all these larvae that you've just put in or make them roll or anything like that, so you want to be really gentle with that. After you've done that, then you put your frame back. If you're struggling to actually find larvae of the right age to graft from, if you think about it, you can see eggs, and then as you work your way in, because she's going to lay in a certain pattern, as you work your way in, next to the eggs are going to be the just emerging larvae, around 3 days and 6 or 7 hours old. Another way to think about it is, if you can see really small and you're still not too sure, is it an egg, is it a larvae, they don't feed eggs, they only feed larvae. So let's go pop these in the hive.